Hello. Please excuse my appearance. I was up all night. I was at the hospital. I got pink eye. Hospital ban. On the way home, I checked my email and I found a divorce decree. So what you're getting is a raw, uncutted, unedited truth. I need to say this and get this off my chest so I can go to bed. It's been a long night. Very frustrating. The divorce decree, I've never seen, never read such a bias. They characterize me as a drug addict, as refusal to cooperate with the judge and all these things, and that Steph is innocent and that my claims of her abuse are unfounded and blah, blah, blah. It's frustrating to know what took place, the evidence that got rejected, the witnesses that weren't allowed to testify, and the flat out testimony and cross-examination that was just flat out ignored. Nothing in that ruling acknowledged anything about Steph's abuse, her committing perjury, her admitting to an assault. None of that was mentioned. It just claimed that my claims were unfounded. My evidence was all hearsay. Text messages, stuff like that, hearsay. It is. The most hurtful thing is I had a recording of Cannon telling me about what his mother was doing. I wasn't allowed to play it. My son's voice wasn't allowed to be played in court. So we're going to back up all the way to the beginning of this bullshit. I'm going to name drop some people, and then I'm going to validate them with witnesses. And if your name gets dropped, you can either be a witness and validate what I'm saying. You might be able to recall if they can say, hey, this dude fucking made a crazy video out there. Yeah, because I'm going to be honest. This is me exercising my First Amendment against what I see as some bullshit. And it needs to be checked. Over this past year and a half, my life has been hell. Every day I grieve the loss of my son, who lives 10 minutes from me. Okay? Steph is, he gets all crazy on drugs. He's out of control, blah, blah, blah. And then the attorney is like, well, how do we know you're not on drugs? I don't know. My son is 10 minutes from me. Every day, I grieve him. If I were a person that was on drugs and out of control, don't you think I'd do something that was on druggish and out of control? Fucking, the logic is fucking stupid how these guys think. Listen, I get it. Steph comes to you. Oh, I'm a victim. He's just a mean old drughead. Yeah, okay. You've heard it 1,000 times. Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It's probably 90% of them definitely true. But when the one case that comes through, when she is actually the abusive one, she's actually the violent one, and here I am, a cool, calm, collected guy. Yeah, we argued, but my whole focus was my son. I never liked to fight in front of him. I never argued. I hate fighting. Every argument in our household over the last 10 years was because of her. I don't like to fight. I'm very non-confrontational. This is me being confrontational. This is the extent it goes. I'm going to put you in your place and speak some truth. Pink eye and everything. You're going to get it. Okay? The shit that's coming out of my mouth, I don't know where this came from, but anyway, you get my point. I am cognitive. I am of my wits. I'm not what everybody thinks I am. Fucking freaking out, man. No, I'm fucking pissed off and I'm frustrated. Okay? Steph was abusing our son, and she was violent towards me. She has impulsive control issues. She's a liar. She's a manipulator. Okay? January 2023, when I lost my job, I was devastated. I was fired 1 month before I was securing my retirement benefits, and I got charged with serious misconduct. My court martial was denied because I had a lying boss, Anthony Dvorak, who had a 3-page memo full of lies that I showed him he was lying. They didn't care. They still fired me. Okay? So we're moving on past that. I've forgiven that. Good luck on deployment or wherever you're at. My career ended in disgrace because I was being truthful. Guess what? I'm going to continue to be truthful. You can attack me all you want. All right? How many other people have you attacked? I'm talking about everybody. The county attorneys, the cops, everybody. That you've driven to a person to fucking kill themselves. They've lost their child. How many husbands out there have gone through exactly what I went through that are no longer here with us? How many kids have grown up without a dad? Because a girl can go in there and just play innocent victim, knowing damn well she is fucking the most manipulating piece of shit there is. And she could take a guy who probably bust his ass off, probably didn't make her happy because he was too busy fucking working and providing. And all of a sudden, she goes out and cheats on him, and now he's the problem. He's the abusive one. This past year, I've been empowered by so many people reaching out to me, telling me their stories. I guess that's my purpose in life, is to fucking go through hell so I can fucking tell you to knock this shit off. Start considering the facts and the truth of what people say. I lost my job. Stephanie wakes me up, kicking me, calling me a fucking deadbeat. Because her best friend, hey, Ashley, remember this phone call conversation with Steph when you left your husband? You were calling him a deadbeat because he was laid off from SpaceX and he didn't have a job for a while, but yet he was able to provide for you, lived on his family ranch, and everything was taken care of. But you called him a deadbeat, kicked him, and you took your newborn infant? Yeah, Steph was encouraged by that. The next morning, I wake up to her fucking kicking me, calling me deadbeat. Guess who's watching? Cannon's right there watching the whole thing happen. She's fucking going off how I need to find a job. Granted, I'm depressed. I'm depressed as fuck, all right? I'm sad. I'm just like, my whole world just, and I was staying in my deck, all right? Sorry. All right, anyway. Steph kicks me. She leaves. Cannon is sitting there, is like, hey, Dad, can you get friends? Maybe you'd be happy. I'm like, Cannon, your mom's chasing all those away. Well, do you think Mom could move out so you could be happy? Those were his words to me. I didn't want to hear those words. You do not want to hear that coming out of your son's mouth. You want him to know, no, he was well aware of what was happening. That broke my heart. So that night, Steph takes off with him, goes to her dad's house. All right. 2 days go by. So what's going on? She calls the sheriff's on me, has me committed, says I was suicidal. I get committed, first time, January 13th, for suicide. Claiming I was suicide. I wasn't suicidal. I was like upset. Where are you guys at? Like, you were here, now you're gone. Like, okay. 3 days after that, she goes to my daughter, Emma. Tells her a bunch of things. Oh, your dad's, he's just lost it. He's on drugs and I don't know what to do. Can you help him? My daughter is a very, very sweet, caring person. She did what she did, believed she was looking out for her dad. She went and signed committal papers with Stephanie, thinking that Stephanie was being honest with her. I was committed for severe mental impairment and substance abuse issues. Or substance abuse addiction, whatever. Neither of which were true. I get committed because Steph assaulted me and took off with our son. Okay? Then I get DHS called on me from Steph. So I get a DHS worker in there, like, we're going to take your son from me. I'm like, what? First of all, why are you in my hospital room? Second of all, I'm not going to talk to you without an attorney. She sat there. If anybody's gone through and experienced DHS, I'm going to tell you right now, they have no fucking power, all right? I didn't know this at the time. I was scared, dude. I'm sitting there thinking I'm going to lose my son. And they're like, yeah, I used drugs on this date, okay? I was coping. I was self-medicating. I wasn't ashamed because that's what fucking pulled me through my fucking mindset. Oh, but you did. Yeah, people use to escape shit or to fucking do things, just to fucking feel. I was at that point in my life where it was like, I didn't want to feel a bullet go through my fucking skull. So I'm going to go ahead and fucking do some drugs. Okay? I did it. But here's the other thing. Here's everything everybody fucking misses. What was my behavior like when I was on drugs? Nobody fucking knew. No, because I managed, I coped, I was coping. It's a coping mechanism. I didn't want to get OWI. I could have fucking been doing an acceptable thing and fucking slamming alcohol every day to drown my shit. No, I escaped to whatever. You name it. I was doing it. All right? I'm not ashamed because there was a time I was fucking so low. That's the only thing that pulled me out of that mindset. Steph knew this. Me and her had talked about this. I was voluntarily going through treatment for these things. I was in therapy for these things because my life has just fucking come just crashing down. My identity as a person, and on top of that, anxiety, all these things. I was having bad thoughts. I no longer wanted to have bad thoughts. I did drugs. Okay? Are we clear on that? Okay. My son was never at risk. I never put my son in that situation ever. Believe it or not, you can do drugs and be a normal functioning human fucking being. Okay? I'm not ashamed. I'm not apologizing. I did what I did at the time when I needed to fucking survive. I sure as hell couldn't talk to Steph about things because it was all about her not making her happy. Okay? So I go to treatment. I get ordered to intensive outpatient treatment, which is fine. Wasn't necessary, but I'm like, all right, I'm here. I'm here with some fucking hardcore junkies and some people from the halfway house who I'm cool people, had a good time. I was voted fucking class president because of how square I was. All right. I was clean the entire time. I learned some things. We did some role plays, kind of fun. Interesting place. If you ever get a chance to go to CFR, I recommend it. They're good people. They are. So I go through that stuff, did everything I needed to do. Because I knew it was unnecessary, but B, I knew the truth was just fucking Steph using the system to play the victim. Oh, okay, everybody feels sorry for her. She has my son. Okay, first of all, I raised my son. She sat on her fucking ass 90% of the time. Every diaper change, me. Every meal made, me. Every bath, everything was me. If I left her in charge, this is when Ken was little, come home with a diaper rash. So fucking bad he was bleeding because she didn't get off her fucking ass to change him. This is who I'm living with. Okay? This is the truth. It's the truth. Apparently in court, shit like that, it doesn't matter because, I'm a guy and stuff. I can't be a nurturer or some shit. So this is back in January 23, so I lose Cannon for 5 months. I get him on supervised visitations, right? 5 fucking months. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Meantime, Steph's in the background. Oh, yeah, he's doing drugs. Steph wasn't even living with me, but she's telling DHS that I'm doing drugs. I'm like, well, here's all my treatment records from the VA. Here's a bunch of urinalysis. Here's some random ones. Can I have my son? So I had to write a letter to HSS, whatever, and I'm like, hey, first of all, step one, now that I'm learning the process, why was there a DHS investigator in my fucking hospital room? It's HIPAA violation. Know your laws, okay? Rule number 2, they deny my right to an attorney. She was sitting there making threats to me, all right? There we go. There's another one. Here's a bunch of clean urinalysis. Oh, wait, you mean the Heartland Therapy wasn't communicating to DHS? So this entire time, it was just because they weren't communicating? I'm getting blamed that I'm not cooperating? In the meantime, like, no, here's all my treatment record. Here's my fucking full list. I got nothing to hide. Because they didn't communicate to DHS. DHS stayed in my life. And another thing, Steph was like, oh, he's still using. That's what I was living with. That's what I was fucking dealing with. All because, here's the kicker, Steph didn't want to pay bills. I lost my job. Steph now had to become the sole provider for the first time in her life, pay a fucking bill. Okay? She got upset with me for that. I paid every bill throughout our marriage. I didn't care. I really did not care. I enjoyed. I like being happy. I like being married. I like just the comfort. And like, so, dude, money to me is fucking money. It comes and goes. Lately, it's gone a lot. But you get the point. It was all financial. So when DHS finally dropped their case against me back in June, they apologized. Mr. Higgins, we should have never had a case against you to begin with. I'm like, that's okay. You guys were looking out for my kid. I can forget. By the end, I actually got along with them. They were good people. So it is what it is. Now Steph is sitting there like, oh shit. She wants to move back home because she's sick of staying in her dad's house. mold infested, where my son is now, mold infested bedroom, what they're sleeping in. So I'm like, I was hesitant, but Steph admitted it was financial. She didn't want to pay bills. She got mad because there was a song called Sugar Daddy that I played on New Year's of that year. I was like, you don't pay my bills, my sugar daddy does. And I was singing it to her, joking around. She got really offended that I was doing that, thinking that I was going to just think of her as a sugar mom now because I lost my job. I got to be a freeloader. This was her mindset. This is in the court. They said she doesn't have a personality issue. We don't see that. No, I'm going to tell you she has one. Okay, this shit right here, fucking burning her Brian. I'm like, take a joke. You met me, I was a joke, sir. You've known me. I've been living. You guys fucking know me. I joke all the fucking time. If I'm being serious, it's rare, but it's because I'm being pushed to a point where I'm at right now. And anyway, moving on. Steph's abuse continued, right? All the way up to the point where in November, she beat the fuck out of me. Well, first of all, November 14th, she threatened me if I came home, she's going to put a bullet in my head. Right? I come home, okay? Stayed at my mom's house. 2 nights later, I come home, wake up to her, just bam, 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 just beating the fuck out of me, right? I go to call the sheriffs. My phone's dead. I'm like, whatever, right? She just beating the crap out of me, right? She gets up and leaves. She grabs my phone. All right, I go to Cannon immediately because like he was getting up. I can hear him in the other room. He's walking towards the end. Well, Steph comes rushing back in. I grab her, take her down. I tell her, calm the fuck down. Cannon's coming in the room. She's like, where's my phone? Well, what she did, she grabbed my phone thinking it was hers. Her phone was laying on the bed. And she's like, let me go. I can't breathe. What she couldn't breathe because she was beating the fuck out of me. She was out of breath. So she gets up and runs out of the fucking house. I'm sitting there with Cannon. Cannon saw the last part of it. He was upset. He was crying. As usual, there I am consoling him. Hey, buddy, I'm always there after every fight. I was his protector. I assured him I never spoke bad about moms. Like, I always, like, no, buddy, it's what you're seeing is not what you're seeing. Mommy, you just had to go do something else. It got to the point where my son knew what was happening. He didn't want to see that. As I'm holding there, sheriffs come in. Hey, let's talk about what your wife found in your billfold. I'm like, how about we just talk about the fact she beat the fuck out of me? I don't care what she found in my billfold. I don't fucking know what you're talking about. So they're in the house. Everybody's like, well, they found drugs in your billfold. I'm like, well, she just beat the fuck out of me. Okay? I knew there wasn't drugs in my billfold, but she just beat the fuck out of me. So I'm like, let's think about this for a second. She beat the fuck out of me, causing physical harm. You're concerned about something of maybe equivalent to a traffic ticket. If it was in my billfold, it couldn't have been that much. Let's do some logic here. Now, if I was a woman and that was a dude, you wouldn't even question that. You would have taken that dude to jail for beating the fuck out of her. I get the shit kicked out of me. They noted, I can't remember the sheriff's name that were there. Cool guys. I have nothing but respect for the sheriffs. So some of you are going to call out a little bit because you tend to believe Steph a little too much, and then you really got involved in my life. Munson, I think your name is Sheriff Munson. We're going to get to you in a second, bud. So anyway, what's just funny is I was voluntarily in treatment from the prior year because I still needed it for my mental health. I was going through some shit, like with Steph, fighting, still recuperating from a job, but I was coming around. So some of you that know me, you're like, yeah, you went through a fucking low time, we could tell. But here you are, you're bouncing back. I was bouncing back. I was doing everything. I was doing therapy. I was in treatment. I was just doing everything I needed to do just to get my life in order, try to get my retirement, get the medical thing going for the VA, just so I had something to fall back on. So anyway, I allowed them to search the house. They didn't find any drugs, right? So then I get one of the sheriffs like, well, we're going to possession of controlled substance. I'm like, well, all right. But continue going to therapy and no issues. I'm like, all right, this is November 16th. I'm like, whatever. I didn't want to press charges against Steph because they're asking me after a while, like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't want to press charges against her. She'll lose her job. This is what the finance is about. She has a top secret clearance. Was working for one. Hey, Iowa Air National Guard, listen up. I've filed many reports. I know right now you're on board with Team Stephanie. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're being lied to, okay? Stephanie is very violent, and she's abusive, okay? That's it. Whatever she said about me, whatever. She's lying to you. If a top secret investigator talks to me, I will gladly tell them the truth of what she's like in her conduct. She has impulsive anger issues. They're impulsive. She's not like that all the time. Okay, so keep in mind, when I'm talking bad about Steph, it's 10% of her. Well, no, lately it's 90% of her. But at the time, she is not. Would I trust her with our nation's security? Yeah. Would I trust her if you threaten her career or something? No. No, not at all. So this is what it is. So they leave. Then we go through December 10th. So she hits Cannon. I'm upstairs. I hear whacking it, and I hear Cannon. You know your kid scream. It was a painful, fucking blood-curdling scream. I run downstairs. Steph's sitting there fucking yelling at me. Fucking threatening more violence. And like, I'll spank your ass more. It wasn't a spank. It was a fucking hit. She's done that several times in the past. Hits him hard. First time she hit him, he was like 3 years old. Hit him so fucking hard in the head. I was so pissed off. We talked about it. She knew about it. She realized she done wrong. She gets these it's impulsive. It's like she sees red, boom. You can't negotiate with her. It's just, she gets angry. She doesn't know what she's doing. Then she has, I don't know if she has remorse now. I don't think she has a fucking soul personally. Anyway. So she hits Cannon. I run downstairs. He wouldn't show me where he was hit, but I could tell he was hurting. And he was hiding in his room under his covers. Wouldn't talk to me. I just went upstairs. I looked at Steph, and she just not negotiable at that point. Can't talk to her. Fast forward a week, we're just kind of rocky on edge a little bit. So she's trying to pick a fight with me. She's trying to get a physical altercation with me. She's up in my face. So I had Cannon's toy train I was working on because Cannon actually broke it the day before. It was no big deal. I just wired it all back together and I had it in my hand. She grabs it from my hand. Cannon's right there. She smashes it right in front of him. I'll never forget his words today. He's like, my train. I remember him saying that. Then she gets up in my face like she wanted me to do something. I walked away and I left the house. I was so upset. For the first time, I had to tell my arm to stop because it was coming up. She pushed me to that point. She smashed that train. He cried. She gets in my face, and I had to tell my hand, dude, that scared me. I would never lay my hands on a woman, but she was purposely trying to level that playing field from her assaults in November. That's her intent was to, if I laid my hands on her, then she would have something on me. I walked away. I left. And then during around this time is when I started noticing Cannon's behavior changing. And she told December 17th, Cannon told my mom that he's not allowed to be with me because the cops will take him away. His mother told him that. So I confronted Steph on that. Actually, back up a little bit. On December 20th, Cannon confided in me. I asked Cannon, who told you? And I had this on recording as a candid. Cannon didn't know I was recording him. He told me it was happening, that his mom was telling him these things, that he was going to be taken away by police if he was with me. Now, why would my son be taken away by police? If Steph was innocent. See, this is why the judge needs to understand. If you're watching this, Your Honor, this is why it's so important. I'm not a lawyer. Her lawyer did some dumb shit, whatever, at a time when I was facing a felony. Lost my lawyer. She filed a bunch of suppressive, whatever, legal stuff. My fault, I didn't have an attorney, but her attorney took advantage of that. Kudos on her. She's a good attorney. But as a judge, you need to consider all facts in the case. That you did not do. Why would my son be told that he would be taken away by police if he's with me? Because if he's with me, if his mom is innocent, Why wouldn't she just go to his mom? Because Steph knew she would go to jail and he would be taken away because of the violence. That's her admitting guilt through my son. That's not hearsay. That's my son's telling you. And then why would my son say these things? And you could hear it in his voice. If you could have heard my son's voice, you would understand my frustration, my family's frustration, everybody I know, everybody who was in Steph's corner at trial, nobody. What's that tell you? She's full of shit. Nobody believes her but the judges, but the attorneys, but the people she manipulated. Just like those 3 or 4 people can have this entire opinion over me. I'm sorry. I have thousands of friends and family that know me and they know my relation with my son. I tried to give you a petition that showed you all those signatures that said, hey, you guys are wrong. Those people are real. They don't matter. Just the facts, right? We just skipped over facts. This is why the judicial, it is what it is. It's going to be appealed. I'm going to tell you that right now because your ruling is wrong and you're enabling an abuser. So get back on track. Son tells me these things. He'll be taken away if he's with me. All right. So we have Christmas. No, actually, I asked Steph, did you tell Karen this thing? She's like, oh, no, I don't know where you... Okay, noted. So then we have Christmas. Dave, you're with us. Dave Welter, Mr. Father-in-law, come on down. Mr. My wife and I got in fights all the time in front of Stephanie. She turned out just fine. You guys were a violent fucking couple. Steph's mom used to beat the fuck out of you, according to Steph. She watched that. No wonder her behavior is that way. Take some accountability for your fucking dumbass. Fucking, ignorant motherfucker. I liked you. Now you are just so... You're in that same category of abuser. So Dave, you're with us at Christmas. You're with us through the holidays. You're with us at Thanksgiving. At any time, does Steph act like she was afraid of me? Does she fear me? In between all of her little belittling comments and her spitefulness and her anger and her yelling in front of you, you were there, you witnessed it with your own fucking eyes. At one time, at any time, was she afraid of me? Think about it. Did she ever come to you? Hey, Dad, I'm afraid of RJ. I'm pretty sure he's abused. Did she come to you ever? Did she ever say these things? Think about it. No, she didn't. Because she was never afraid of me. We're going to get up there to that point here in a second. Yeah, we are, aren't we? Aren't we, truth? Go to Christmas, Thanksgiving. Finally, on December 27th, I approached Steph. Hey, what you're doing is emotional abuse. It's called parental alienation. And there's text messages and all this. I can completely validate this timeline through text messages that were submitted in trial that shows, hey, Steph, you're alienating Cannon. This is abuse. You should stop this. Not only that, we had a conversation about it. 27th December. The 28th of December, weird. Steph actually goes to my mom's house, picked Cannons up as a prop, goes to DHS, who is friends with the county attorney, Justin Caruna, Amber Perez, Justin Caruna, Amber Perez, Justin Caruna. Weird how these names are going to come up and influence my fucking case. Prove me wrong. File slander. You know what? File more charges against me. Do it. You fucking spiteful little cunt. You, Justin. Not you, Amber. Whatever. I don't use that C word when it comes to women. I'm not going to edit that out because that's just true anger. That's me being a little pissed off at people who abuse their positions. So, December 28th, Stephanie goes to them. I get it. Maybe you thought you were just looking out for the victim. Oh, my husband, he beats me. Whatever. He's on drugs. All right, whatever. December 28th, the day after I confront Steph, she goes to Badger, picks up my son as a prop, goes to DHS, like, oh, this is my victim. Mom, we're victims. My husband. What does Amber do? I'm alleging, I'm just going to say it's Amber because you guys became pretty good friends, according to Steph. DHS tells Steph to file relief of domestic abuse from me using the date back in November 16th, when she beat me up. Now I get charges filed against me for domestic abuse. after she beat me up. Just think about this. Dave, you were there for Thanksgiving, Christmas, but she filed relief of domestic abuse because she was afraid of me. 6 weeks later, 6 weeks go by, and I get charged with domestic abuse. I'm like, oh. DHS told Steph. And then, so I'm like, you know what? I see the writing on the wall. Sheriff Jeff Miller, this is you, buddy. You came up to my mom's house, and I filed a relief of domestic abuse against Stephanie because I actually had a legitimate complaint of physical abuse, some evidence. I gave that to you. And you said I have to run this by the county attorney. Fucking weird, right? I'm nothing against you, Jeff. You're a fucking awesome guy. Love you. You're a good dude. Your hands are tied. I get it. You just present the evidence. It's just like, whether they charge it or not, it don't. It stopped. The buck stopped with the county attorney's office. Mr. Driscoll, I have nothing. This is not against you at all. So if you're watching this, know that I hold you in the highest respect because I've heard nothing but good things about you. According to a certain person, he calls you a Boy Scout. And he has a lot of respect for you too. So he lives on the other side of the law. You might know him. Zach Nelson. What's up, dog? So this is not about Darren Driscoll. Any voters out there listening to this, it's not about Darren Driscoll. This is about Justin Coruna, the assistant county attorney. And also in charge with juvenile court, who also has a great working relationship with Amber Perez of DHS caseworker, who was heavily involved in our case. Okay? So I file through Jeff. Remember Jeff? It was like, what, January 31st, I think? You came up to my mom's house. I gave you evidence, and then I prayed. I didn't want to file against Steph, because I knew what it was at stake with her career. I was hesitant. So finally, I'm like, you know what? She's doing this. I filed relief domestic abuse against her because that's where the actual abuse was coming from. Emotional, physical. My son, just every day. It's like, did it. Nothing. All right. So I go to Iowa courts. I check Iowa courts on January 1st to see if anything was filed right around there. And I noticed a charge. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Possession of controlled substance, first offense. December 28th. Go on. Hold on, wait. Justin Coruna, explain this to me. You file relief domestic abuse on me. I get served. Sheriffs have no problem finding me at my work, and they served me the papers for relief domestic abuse. They were filed on the 28th. They served me the papers on the 29th. But I get a drug charge. Never saw papers. But there it is. Justin Coruna, drug charge. Right there, filed December 28th. The day after I confronted my wife about her abuse. Coincidence. See how this is starting to add up a little bit? This isn't a conspiracy theory. This is just the facts. The facts of the timeline that can be validated through evidence that is just like, we only care about the facts. It's not a conspiracy theory. This is the fucking fact. 27th, confront Steph. 28th, she goes to you guys. I'm a victim. You guys are, yeah, you are a victim. Fucking guy out there in Slifers. We better file charges against him to protect you. All right. I appreciate the fact that you were looking out for my son, right? I don't appreciate the fact that you did not serve me the papers right away. And then we're going to fast forward a little bit. January 8th. I go to pick Cannon up from school. He's a mile down the road from my house here in Slifer. It's in Calhoun County. So I get a weather alert. You probably validate. You can go look on the weather. What was the weather that day? Oh, they got out early, right? So I text the school, hey, don't let Canning on the bus. I'm going to pick him up, bring him home. He hasn't been home since Christmas. His toys from Christmas are still sitting there unwrapped or half wrapped, whatever, not played with. I'm going to go pick up my son. I haven't seen him for 2 weeks. I'm going to go get him. Amber Perez calls me because I guess the school alerted her. Anyway, Amber called me. You can't go get your son. You can't be with your son. I'm like, Amber, get a fucking court order. I'm going to get my son. And I hung up on her. So I get to Calhoun County. Right away, I see sheriff sitting outside. I'm just assuming. I'm betting. I go and approach Sheriff McKinney, Calhoun County, really good dude. Approach him like, hey, I'm Robert Higgins. He's like, hey, yeah, we just got a call about you. I'm like, oh, I'm just here to let you know I'm just picking up my son. I figured you probably got a call because DHS. Well, anyway, big mess, stupid. I just want to get my son. You could validate if there's a court order or not, and I would leave. I don't want any issues. That's why I came to you first because I came, man, I appreciate you doing that. He checked. All right, I'm going to go in, let the school know, let everybody know that you're just here to pick up your son. It's okay. He goes into school. Another sheriff pulls up. We're shooting the shit. Sheriff McKinney comes out, and he's like, Mr. Higgins, I made contact with your son. He dropped to the floor, crying, screaming, traumatized that I was there to pick him up. I can't go with daddy. I can't go with daddy. Now, what happened between December 20, whatever, and this date where my son is all of a sudden on the floor kicking and screaming? When I have video that I submitted as evidence of me and Cannon playing Flora's Lava at the hotel around Christmas. Oh, then I have a video of me and him giving a Christmas list of him. You could see that me and him had a freaking amazing relationship. Very trusting, no fear whatsoever. And in the audio that I took of him, he's confiding in me because he trusts me because I'm the safe parent. You guys know what a safe parent is? I mean, you can go Google and see what parental alienation and safe parenting is. It's right there. You don't have to be smart. You just read it like, oh shit, this is what happened. Yeah, this is a textbook fucking case of parental alienation. So now, my son now fears me. That's not abuse, according to some. No, that's not abuse. My son's scared of me. I must be abusing him, right? Well, let's just go look at the videos. Why don't you ask my son? Why don't you ask my son? Why are you scared of your dad? Nobody asked that. Oh, because I'll be taken away by police if I'm with him. Now, that's some fucking bullshit there. Why would he be taken away by police? All right. So I think Mr. McKinney, or Sheriff McKinney, was like, hey, man, he goes, I can't let your son. I'm like, dude, I get it. He's looking out for his best interest. I was heartbroken. The other sheriff, I think he was about to cry. He was like, man, that's traumatizing. I'm like, you have no idea. I leave. Mind you, a half hour's gone by since that conversation with Amber Perez, who I said, get a fucking court. I leave. It's January 8th. Pull in my driveway. Webster County Sheriff pulls up to serve me drug charges. What a fucking coincidence, right? Just talked to Amber. Served drug charges from Justin Cruna that were filed on the 28th. 9 days earlier. That's a complete violation of my Sixth Amendment, right to speedy trial. When you know you have charges, you have the fucking duty to inform a person of those charges. You inform me of my domestic, but what? Now, this could be speculation here. Phone call DHS, Amber Perez, who admitted that she has a great working relationship with Justin Cruna, whose name is on the papers filed, on the charges, and on these papers served on January 8th. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's speculate on this a little bit. Think about it. RJ receives a phone call. Amber says he can't do that. Half hour time lapse goes by. RJ lives about 20 minutes from Fort Dodge. He goes to the school. It's about there. So about a half hour. And he comes back and there's a sheriff pulling in his driveway with papers. Did they forget to serve him back on the 28th? I mean, Jeff Miller served me the papers. No problem. And Badger, why didn't they serve me the drug charges? Why were you holding on to those fucking drug charges? Why were you allowing DHS, a DHS caseworker, Amber Perez, to be involved in criminal charges against me? I'm not making shit up. I need to know these questions. I think more people should ask these questions. I think fucking media should ask you. I think a lawyer should ask you. I think somebody should ask you. I'm just pointing it out there. Maybe someone should ask you, why did you hold on to those fucking charges? Why did you let Amber Perez, hey, was it like this? Hey, we need something to do now. So he's going to get his son. What do you have on him? Oh, we got these fucking papers we forgot to give him. Yeah, send them. That'll stop him. No, all you did is piss me off. I'm like, okay, where's the evidence on this? Anyway, fucking whatever, trash. I didn't trash it. I'm like, attorney, okay. So we go to trial where, Steph filed that domestic against me. And, the Steph was up there. She's not too bright. She said DHS told her to file domestic abuse charges against me. I'm like, oh, wow, DHS. So the judge is in that case. He's like, man, well, he could tell Steph was full of shit, but he had to rule he had to rule in a manner that was good for my son. And right now, all he had was a woman saying abuse, and that's it. So he's like, how about we take a recess? You all figure this out, because if I have to make a ruling, it's to be in the best interest for your son. And he kind of gave me that, hey, Mr. Higgins, this is going to be on the test. I think you should figure something out, because I don't want to rule against you, because I know she's full of shit, but I have no choice kind of thing. The judge, I don't know your name, I can't remember, but you did me a solid. I respect you. Thank you. So when I'm talking about judges, you get my respect because I picked up what you're dropping. So we go into a meeting room and there's Amber. She's just all fucking, yeah, Mr. Higgins, blah, 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 just fucking just bashing me. I'm like, dude, you don't even know me. Presents me with the DHS safety plan. Remember when I was talking about when I missed Cannon, I lost Cannon for 5 months because of the DHS safety plan? I'm like, oh, fucking right, another safety plan. Fuck yeah, let's do this shit. I'm not going to sign this shit. Oh, we'll drop the charges if you sign it. Oh, wait a minute. That's coercion. So Steph testified that you told her to file charges against me so you could come at me with a safety plan and have me sign it. Doesn't your department get like so much amount of funding for every safety plan because you have to get resources? I know I work for the government. I know if you get a safety plan, well, that's like these fucking concerts you got to get money for. You get drug testing. You get all these. You get money for that signature. I'm not fucking stupid. I know you. What, get a bonus? What does DHS get? I don't know. Amber, you no longer work there, so who can answer that for me? And I have nothing against DHS. I think they do a solid. They're necessary evil, just so you know that. But certain workers who abuse their shit, like Amber Perez did, bragged about her relationship with Justin Cruna, had Stephanie file charges against me, and then we'll drop the charges if you just agree to our plan. I'm like, wait a minute, that's... Steph knows damn well I never ever laid a hand on her. But here, okay, Dave, here's where you come to play. Steph's up there. Oh, I was fearful of him. I was afraid. I was just keeping everything together for my family throughout the holidays. Yeah. She testified she was afraid of me, knowing damn well I've never laid a hand on her. So I agree to the safety plan because I look down and I'm like, oh, hey, I can withdraw my consent anytime. Like, whatever, dude. I'll do drug tests and fuck. As long as I see my son, right? Finally get to see my son, get to talk to him. Oh, no. Well, here's the kicker. Safety plan, whatever, agreed to. But then Steph wants me to move out of the house. So I text Steph after that. I'm like, listen, you lied your ass off on the stand, so I lied about moving out of the house. I'm not fucking moving out of the house. The house that I bought, that I paid for. What entitles you to this house? I bought it. 2013. We got married 2016. I added you to the title in 2020 and you refused to be on the mortgage. You fucking cheapskate. No. I'm not moving out of my house. Where am I going to go? Live with my mom in her basement, which would be fucking awesome. I would have had food. But I didn't. I'm like, I don't like liars, so I'm not going to move out of the house. Nothing. That had nothing to do with the safety plan, DHS. Well, anyway, Steph used that to keep Cannon away from me. So I didn't see Cannon. My first weekend, no Cannon. Second weekend, no Cannon. Third weekend, no Cannon. No DHS phone call to have me take, nothing. So I filed relief domestic abuse against Steph. I go in there, I withheld evidence because, A, I'm still protecting her at this point because, like, a part of me is like, I'm the kind of person I can work through things and I can take a lot. I was willing to work things out. Mainly for Cannon. I wanted her to be in his life, but he needed that protected parent, the parent he can trust, the one that we can go get away from her and fucking go escape and do guy stuff. By that point, I was out of love with Steph. I mean, the abuse was so, there was no love there. I admit that. You can only be with a person so long before they just drain you out of everything. You're just drained. You're drained. You're drained, and then you go to escape to things. I did. That's what I did. Steph, you're welcome. I mean, thank you. Yeah, whatever. So I escaped. I was still here, but I escaped. That was my fault. But you have to be driven to that point where you need to fucking escape. And I never fucking denied anything. So I filed relief of domestic abuse from her. I withheld the evidence, but she testified. She admitted to hit me in the head with a plate. Said it was an accident. She once again confirmed that, yes, DHS did tell her to file domestic against me. So I got those two little tidbits of very important information. I didn't really care that they dismissed the case. They found one unfounded, which the judges now think it's a big fucking deal. Well, here's the context to that, to your ruling and your opinion. here's my opinion. It sucks. Okay. Here's some truth. I got two key important things on it. That, and also I got her to testify. I've never committed an act of violence towards RJ. Never. I'm like, are you sure? You can go back on the transcripts and read them. Are you sure you want that to be your answer, Steph? Because I know damn well there's witnesses. You admitting to DHS that you assaulted me. You're committing perjury. I even gave her the chance to say no, and she just stuck to her guns. I'm like, all right, you got whatever. So February 14th, I call Amber Perez. I'm like, Amber, I'm withdrawing my consent for the safety plan. What do you mean you're withdrawing? I'm withdrawing my consent. Can we talk about this? No, I'm done. Click. I haven't got to see my son. So 45 minutes later, Justin Cruna, once again in Iowa courts. At this time, I e-filed. Man, you guys are fucking just tick. I think I've showed you guys this in a video once before. And then all of a sudden, it went from Justin Cruna and it switched names. Good thing I have screenshots because it was your name. And as soon as I called you out, all of a sudden a judge's name appeared. It was just like, oh shit. No, dude, you're trapped. I got you. It's your name all across the board. One fucking person. Listening to one person. All right, you're all in a little fucking protect the liar clique. So, same thing. No canon. And as you know, just over the past year, just every time I see him, he's scared of me, all this shit. So let's get to the trial. I asked the judges, relook at what she said. You will see that she committed perjury. You will see, and wait, the whole thing, so, custody, right? So, she gets awarded temporary custody because a week before I get charged with felony forgery for checks that I wrote on her account that I paid back. You know, we're married and shit. I didn't fucking forge anything. I saw in my name. I had $523. 2 days later, I paid that account back. I was hungry. Bills needed paid because she just kind of fucking skated and abandoned me. Yeah, you know, it's kind of a little bit of adjustment. It was March. I was fucking hungry and I paid it all back. I get charged with a felony forgery on March 25th, coincidentally a week before the temporary hearing. Week before. I get arrested. Hey, Jeff, Jeff, another solid. He came into work. Hey, man, you got a warrant. They wanted to take you in last night, but just show up to court on Monday. I'm like, will do. I even showed up early because I respect you. Yeah, I get arrested for felony forgery a week before the trial. So now I have this still pending drug charge, right? Where there's no drugs or ever in my possession. Legally, there has to be constructive, which means I know there's drugs somewhere, right? Where are they? Or in plain view, or they see them. Or there's what's the other one? On your possession. Okay, so those are the three possessions, none of which were the case when the sheriffs were here that day. There's no drugs found in my possession whatsoever. And so these two things lead to the judge to say that in order for me to have time with Cannon, I have to go to a drug evaluation again, even though I just completed that shit on March 15th, gave a clean drug screening because I was just through that shit for fucking 2 years worth. I'm like, now they want me to wear the patch. Now here's where the patch comes in. The entire time DHS staff was like, you need to wear the patch. Well, here's the thing. I'm not going to wear the fucking patch. Okay. It's unreliable. Ryan Nelson, one of my best friends, lost his daughter for months because of that patch was faulty. When he was working in kitchen, he was living with me. He was clean. He was fucking frustrated. I saw the hurt in his eyes from just frustration of what DHS was doing to him and his kid. I wasn't going to do that. And B, that's what Steph wanted me to do because she's a controlling, manipulating person. She wanted me to wear that fucking patch. It's degrading. And A, I'm not going to wear the patch because of all the false positives. I elected to go to the VA to have hair samples and urinalysis. The most accurate fucking testing there is to see my son. Her attorney denied that. I'm like, why the fuck would you deny that for the patch? Anyway, so she gets awarded custody. A week later, that drug charge gets tossed the fuck out because I go into Habab office and he shows me the evidence and I fucking laughed. It was a baggie half full of what looked like sugar I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? I laugh. Like, yeah, we're going to trial on that one, man, because that is not me. I'm like, if I would have had that on me, she would have had to wake me up. Kind of joking, like, yeah. I'm like, no, no. Was it tested? We don't know. Anyway, fucking thing got tossed out. And because of the agreement, because I was already in treatment and all this shit. I don't know. Munson, explain that one to me. Because you tried to explain it to me before and you're full of shit then and you're full of shit. Munson's the guy who filed the criminal complaint for drug charges because he said I didn't follow through on the plan. He was like, yeah, man, I'm going to follow up with you and then, just see how you're doing. I'm like, all right. He never followed up. And then in a phone call, he's like sitting here belittling me, saying, no, man, you didn't come to the department. I'm like, dude, check your fucking body cam. I'm not a fucking dumbass. Watch your body cam. I know exactly what you fucking said. You never followed through on your plan, but now all of a sudden you're filing charges against me because you're feeling pressured by your department. I don't know. According to my sources, nobody in that fucking department filed. Somebody had to get in your ear. Somebody close. I wonder who it was. Anyway, so that drug charge was gone. All right. Now I still don't see Ken. No phone calls even. I can't call him. Now, Steph at the time also had a no contact order against me through the military. She was able to manipulate and lie to her command, saying that I was stalking her and violence. I couldn't get far enough fucking away from her. B, they investigated me. I'm like, is this stalking? Here's a text message I sent her. It's a basketball hoop I got for Cannon. I put it up. That was Wednesday. My next text message was 4 days later. Like, hey, I'm not gonna pose as what your attorney's doing. Does that look like I'm harassing? No. Maybe she's full of shit. I'm just saying, because she's full of shit. So I have a no contact order, but she's using that as justification to keep Cannon away from me, right? So no Cannon. In the meantime, she's parental alienation, textbook, fucking parental alienation. I mean, I don't know what else I can say. Parental alienation. I mean, other courts recognize it. Other courts see that shit. There's lots of fucking cases out there that are like, yeah, this is what happens. But yet when it comes to me, it must be that fucking no bias whatsoever because I'm just fucking calling people out. Justin Cruna, Amber Perez. I'm saying. You guys got a lot of pull, a lot of influence because the judges in that decision sure fucking knew me. Like Steph was just writing it for them. God, it was awesome. I'm going to post that. Don't worry. You guys can see it's public knowledge, right? At this point. In the appeals process, I don't care. I'm still right. I'm still being truthful. I'm still being honest. And you guys have done fucking nothing but lie, commit fucking violation of my rights. How many other people do you do this to? This is why I'm doing this video right now. If another person sees this, guess what? You get a bunch of people standing up, calling on your bullshit, you're out of fucking power. That's what it's about. Justin Cruna, it's an elected position through the county attorney. All the judges, they're all elected. I want to remind people watching this who has the true power in this country. Not bullies. Not people who can fucking do whatever the hell they want and destroy a person's life. My life is pretty destroyed. I even have fucking pink eye now. So, just to add to the fucking ambiance. So, court case gets out. I immediately file for the modification. So, you can file for a modification of temporary orders because if the circumstances have changed, I don't know. Steph lied on the stand. 2 charges were on me to get this court order where I had supervised visitation with my mom because of these charges, right? Well, those got dropped. Not the felony charge, but the drug charge. There was no grounds. And the fact that I just completed drug treatment. What fucking more do you want from me? You want me to act crazy and go all fucking off? I'm sitting here being patient. Like, would you guys just fucking realize what I'm saying here? You see the logic here? Okay, you guys can modify an order, which I filed immediately. This file is modification because she's abusing my son. Parental alienation identified back in December. Remember that date, December 27th? I even specifically mentioned parental alienation. Oh, here I am again. I'm so fucking right. Parental alienation. Hi. Hi, judge, please hear my case. Please modify. Oh, we can't. You have to wait till trial in fucking January. So you have to sit there for fucking 8 months just not having any contact with your son. None at all. Because you won't go get your drug patch. How fucking degrading. Here's what you're telling me. She can beat the fuck out of my kid. And all she has to do is, he did drugs, and you're going to drop everything and fucking believe her. And now, that's another reason why I wasn't going to fucking wear the drug patch. Because she did it back in January when she went to my daughter, had me committed. She's going to keep doing it. She can abuse my son. She can abuse me. And then she can run and fucking play fucking call, or whatever that girl who cried fucking abuser. And you're going to believe her every fucking time? No. How about I just sit here, ask the courts, would you please look at what I'm talking about, what I'm saying, because it's the fucking truth. Here's the facts. There's no grounds for me to wear the drug patch anymore because the drug charges were dropped. I self-admitted to using, and I was already voluntarily in treatment. I was volunteering. I identified an issue. I went and fucking talked about it, resolved it. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, there's other fucking healthier coping mechanisms. What more do you want me to do? Has my son been affected? According to the fucking... I've been harming my son. No, I've never harmed my son. Never. But how is it going to judge fucking come up with that decision that I harmed my son? I've never fucking harmed my son. I was trying to do everything I could to prevent from harming myself. And you set the dangerous precedence that anytime somebody admits to using something, you're going to take their fucking kids away? Nobody's going to be in fucking treatment if you fucking treat them like that. My God, you guys need to fucking pull your head out of your ass and realize the consequences of what you're doing. If a person admits to using, it's because they're being honest, because they're telling the courts, I am an honest fucking person. I done wrong. Now I'm doing right. I did what y'all needed me to do, but now you want me to keep fucking doing it because she said so? Or maybe you just like consider the fact that, hey, he's being honest here. She's fucking using litigation abuse. She's lying. And he has been tripping her up along the way. Why don't we fucking consider the fact that she's been fucking lying and she's been having the county attorney and Amber Perez do her bidding for her? Oh, here's another thing. Amber Perez, nice fucking email direct to the judge, which I didn't get a chance to cross-examine, which is another violation that leading to that court order. The judge made a basis decision of Amber Perez telling the judge I was not cooperating with DHS safety plan. Oh no, en contraire, mon frere. I cooperated. Not my fault you didn't fucking call and schedule me for a drug test. I was there, I was ready, I was available. And then you fuckers added me to the child abuse registry without my fucking knowledge. That is a violation of Iowa law. The judge says, I know law. Well, the Iowa law is Iowa law. I'm sorry. You added me to the child abuse registration without me making a chance to make a statement. And then in trial, we tried calling you, couldn't get hold of you. I don't know. Amber had no problem getting a hold of me. You sure had no problem finding my kid at school while I was living a mile away? You had no problem finding Steph. Pretty sure an investigator would have no problem fucking finding me. It said you added me to that fucking registry without my fucking knowledge or without my chance. This is the lawsuit coming, by the way. I'm going to sue the fuck out of all of you. You guys are just... This is not the face of someone who's given up. It's a guy with pink eye. He's tired. He's frustrated. Just lost his kid. But I told you before, you fuck with the wrong person. Now I'm even more empowered by the people that reach out to me. Yeah, if I have to be their voice, I will go to the media. I'm going to fucking blow this case off until you can start answering some of the questions. Just start answering and being honest. Maybe you made a mistake. Okay, cool. I can forgive. I'm the first dude to fucking forgive anybody. But you keep doubling down on a lie that affects me, that now has the judges looking at me like I'm a fucking piece of shit. I'm like, oh man. I probably shouldn't do that. I'd probably give myself a little pink eye. But, anyway. Had to take a break, getting a little worked up. Do you see my frustration? Steph was able to lie. Instead of saying the lies, you look at me. Oh, he is, you don't even fucking know me, first of all. You think I'm an angry hothead, druggie, because Steph tells you things. I don't know. Maybe ask someone else. Just fucking ask someone. No, he's a goofy motherfucker. He has fun. He's an honest, sincere, genuine guy who fucking loves his kid and this kid's his world. Is he perfect? Fuck no. I'm the first to make. I make mistakes. But the first person in here says I'm perfect, you're a piece of shit. You're a liar. Everybody makes mistakes. I can accept the fact if you made a mistake, okay. Stop doubling down on it, using your fucking position to protect your fucking arrogant and your little fucking ego. All right? Let's go to the felony charge, Justin Caruna. And my wife is really good at giving away just fucking dumb shit. Criminal complaint filed by the sheriff says this. Whoosh. I get arrested for felony. Stephanie's affidavit she filed for custody says this on that felony. You put those two together, somebody's fucking lying. It's not me. I'm just like sitting here like, yeah, I got the charges, but somebody's lying. I don't know who's lying. One of them is lying. Either Steph's lied to the cop or the cop lied to the attorney. Somebody is fucking lying in this case. And like, what somebody do about it? Instead, you know what Justin Caruna says to my attorney, through my attorney? It's hearsay. I get it. No, we already cut him a deal on the drug case. Oh, did you now? Okay. A, Mr. Justin Caruna, you're a law guy. Beyond reasonable doubt in trial. Beyond reasonable doubt. Where did those drugs come from? Scratch your head. Think about it a minute. Where did that chain of custody start? Ooh, there's reasonable. Wait a minute. Get this one. Was it tested? What the fuck was in it? Oh, we don't know because you had it destroyed. Remember that? You had that evidence destroyed while I had 2 pending fucking court cases? Is that an ethics violation? Because everything I've read about said you can't do that if I have pending court cases. You can't destroy evidence. Well, you sure as fuck destroyed that evidence. Why did you destroy the evidence? Why did you destroy the evidence in that drug case? What was in that bag? Where did that bag come from? So you did me a favor? You did me a favor and you refused to drop that felony, knowing damn well that I had the evidence right there in your face that showed that felony was fucking bullshit? You did me a favor on the drug charge, you weren't going to do me a favor on the felony? Those are your words, bud. That's also biased because you're using another case to judge on another case. That's a fucking ethics violation. Jesus Christ, I haven't gone to law school and I fucking know that shit. Use your fucking head, man. You did not do me a favor. You knew you had evidence in front of you that should have released my fucking... Instead, you kept that felony over my head, which fucking jeopardized my entire fucking life for 8 months. Because you were fucking arrogant. And your ego couldn't handle a loss. I wasn't trying to do you losses, bud. I was just trying to be fucking honest and truthful. You know, the truth, the facts, the justice that you worked for. How many more people are you fucking over? How many more people have DHS fucked over because you two clowns were fucking letting her run amok, filing charges and fucking just tearing apart families? There will be a fucking day where you guys are held accountable. So think of this as like a heads up. It may not be for me, but those answers need to be fucking answered. How many lives have you fucked up? I know one for sure. Did you have conversation with the judges too? Did you make sure that... I don't know what goes on in the fucking backdoor chambers between you guys. So far, I can tell my own attorney was fucking talking to her attorney because he was disclosing information that only Steph would know. I'm like, Steph... So I had to fire him because that's some fucking shady shit. Do any of you guys have any fucking backbone or integrity? Apparently not. So I don't know what's happening, but I can tell you right now, the words in this decree echo just nothing but fucking bias towards me. I'm like, are you guys that insecure and so fucking petty that you're afraid of fucking being wrong? That you're afraid of looking bad or being afraid of what? You think you can crush me? I'm already fucking crushed, dude. I'm already broke. There's one thing you will not fucking take away from me though. I swore an oath to this country, and I will live that oath for the rest of my life. And I dedicated 29 years of my life for that oath. I had friends die for that oath. So if you think I'm just going to sit here and be like, oh my God, a fucking local official, local in Webster County is going to roll over me. It's not me. You're rolling over the Constitution. You're rolling over people who think like me that are too scared to fucking speak up because I was scared once. But you've already broken me to the point. Luckily, I have God in my life, and I'm gonna keep going forward. You can throw as much evil at me as you possible. Fucking, yeah, what was that Book of Job? Lost my son, lost my job, I lost everything. And now the judges want me to fucking continue losing everything. You get my point. Apologize. Say I'm sorry. We're wrong. Reevaluate the cases. I asked that from Steph from day one. Steph, just be honest. Just be honest. You are digging yourself a fucking hole and you're dragging a lot of people down with you because now they have to fucking defend you. And now they realize you're fucking crazy. Now they're going to fucking backtrack and make me the one. I'm going to be the bad guy because I'm an easy fucking target because I'm a veteran. I have a VA health case. I admitted to using drugs. I'm all the fucking checking the blocks of everything for they use for, yeah, we can write him off. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, there's a fucking million people just like me who are good people, who are honest. And, you know, you're not going to write us off that easy. It's been done in the past. And then also on the other side, there are douchebags out there that are like that I get it. They deserve what they get. And you are protecting them. But you got to fucking really evaluate before you start getting complacent in your job. And I think that's what happened. Is you guys got caught in complacency, which I can understand. But instead of just admitting wrongdoing, you double down and tried to make me end my own fucking life. That's kind of the vibe I got. You wouldn't give a fuck if I killed myself because, I've already been down the road, and I'm just patiently waiting, asking the court to see my son. Can I just want to see my son? Here's what's happening. Anybody? Anyone? Bueller? Motion. They use that against me, like, I'm controlling. I'm not controlling. I'm trying to fucking tell you the truth, and you're refusing to listen to it because you already had this fucking preconceived notion and bias against me. I get it. You're wrong. It's okay. But we keep going on this route, it's going to get worse. Not for me. Okay? I'm awesome. And I mean that in a sense that I'm going to wake up every day, give thanks that I'm still here. I give wonderful things that I still have things, that I'm still have love. I still have my children. I'm grateful. I'm a happy person. You'll never take that away from me. Now, what you have to lose is confidence of the people, trust, your jobs, your career. You have all these things yet to lose. Okay, you have these things yet to lose. I've already lost them. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not very fun. I don't wish that on you, but just fucking get an integrity check. Know that my son is the most important thing in the world to me. Steph is lying. That's it. Am I a threat, harm to my son? No. Am I going to continue to allow her to abuse? I'm trying to tell you, she's litigation abuse. You guys are smart. You know these things. So this is your job. Someone is abusing the system, right, to get what they want. Same thing with the guard. She's able to just go all the way up the chain because she worked. Everybody liked her. She was good at her job. She was sweet. She did her job. She's a sweet person. She took care of people. She's likable. I can't compete with that. I was a dickhead. Actually, I was a good guy. I was good at my job, but I wasn't her. She comes off genuine. So when she says something, people believe her. What they don't see is what me and my son know, what we witnessed, and why has his voice been silenced to this point? Why have I not been allowed to talk to him? The truth will come out. Cannon's voice will be heard. I'm saying you can do the right thing now, or I will just keep posting video after video until eventually someone's like, maybe we should start asking questions. Maybe we should look into this. I got receipts. Do you? Bye.